I haven't done a little lesson video for a little while, and I thought I would on this fine Saturday morning. What we're going to look at today is how to develop your little finger, because when you start to develop your uke playing a bit more, you're going to start wanting to play more four-finger chords, you know, things like this, C diminished. So in able to do that, you have to really learn to build a bit of control over your little finger. So what I thought we'll do today is look at a couple of little exercises you can do to start to develop working with four-finger chords, and also to develop the little finger. And one of the easiest little exercises to help start to work that little finger is probably play a little C, G7, F chord progression. You'll probably play that 1,000 times. And most of you have probably played your C chord with your ring finger. And most of you have played your C or your G7 with the three fingers excluding the little finger. So you've probably used ring finger, middle finger and index finger, like so. And then the F with those two fingers, your middle finger and index finger. So to help develop your little finger, you can use those three chords but use different fingerings. So we can get used to playing the C chord with your little finger. And then move to the G7 using little finger, middle finger, and little finger, ring finger and middle finger, like so. So little finger goes down on the first string, 2nd fret, ring finger on the 3rd string for the G7, and then the middle finger goes on the 2nd string, 1st fret to make your G7 chord. So you can practice that transition nice and slow until you get used to it. And when you get good at that, then we can start to use, go to the F using the two fingers you were using for your G7 chord, which is the ring finger and middle finger. So you can start to practice doing it like this, really slow. Okay, so that's one little exercise you can start to develop your little finger. So I think we'll leave this little lesson at that for now. So practice very slow and using those fingers, those different fingers now to play those very familiar chords. C, G7, F, C, G7, F, C, G7, As with all practice, you're better off doing it slow. Well, do it as slow as you have to make the technique 100% accurate. And then repeat that over and over, and that's what will build speed and as well as comfort and familiarity with the fingering. So even if you got to do it this slow. If that's how slow you got to do it, then play at that speed for now. And then eventually, through repetition, you'll find it become easier, and speed will naturally pick up as a result of repetition. So I hope that's been helpful. It's a first little lesson on helping to get that little finger to move up and to move around and get a bit of control of it. And eventually, you know, you'll be able to lead into playing a lot of interesting, you know, four-finger chords, which we'll talk about at a later stage. Things like this. Anyway, hope you got something from that little lesson. Bye.